Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Victor strikes an unexpected deal. What's next on The Young and the Restless? Victor Newman is played by Eric Braeden on The Young and the Restless Image, CBS. Victor Newman is a keen strategist. Because he knows when and where to make a deal, he has reached the top of the business world. While the other side may gain from Victor's contracts, Victor ultimately gains from them. On Tuesday's show, watch for Victor to strike an unexpected arrangement with someone in Genoa City. Will his new arrangement have anything to do with Kane and the AI program that Phyllis now has? Phyllis and Victor have shared some serious conversations as of late. She is not afraid to confront the beard-covered businessman or attempt to negotiate with him. Message to Jack. Peter Bergman plays Jack Abbott on The Young and the Restless Image, CBS. Watch for a mysterious message to arrive for Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, on Tuesday's episode. What could this possibly mean? Is the AI software going to attack Jabot Cosmetics? Or is Jack going to get a message about a loved one who's either living in Genoa City or who's not in town? Jack isn't prone to reacting in haste in most situations. He'll likely take whatever this message is and try to verify it before he takes action. If a loved one, however, is in jeopardy, Jack will no doubt do what he needs to do to protect his loved ones. And in this corner, Mark Grossman as Adam, and Jason Thompson as Billy on The Young and the Restless Image, JPI. Billy Abbott and Adam Newman's rivalry is likely to last forever. Yes, Adam hitting Delia with his car was a terrible accident, but Billy will always have that in the back of his mind. It is in the front of his mind, too. How could it not be? There may be an occasional truce between the two, but these two will carry what's gone on between them for the rest of their lives. On Tuesday's show, watch for Adam to push Billy too far. How will Billy react? We are reminded of what soaps are all about by the Romalotti family. What happened on The Young and the Restless? Daniel on The Young and the Restless Image, CBS. The family Romalotti scenes began with Phyllis grilling her hungover son, Daniel, over his continued involvement in Tessa's, Kate Fairbanks, life with estranged wife Mariah. Phyllis doesn't want Daniel to be hurt, but she's too late on that one, as the guy was nursing a severe hangover. The arrival of Danny helped Daniel a little bit, as the dynamic shifted as to which parent was Daniel's true confidant. Danny inquired into his son's motives for confiding in his mother. The redhead from Young and the Restless exclaimed, "Because he loves and trusts me." No, she tricked me and she pretended like you told her something, Daniel clarified to his dad as his hungover brain accurately recalled the true sequence of events. The more Danny and Phyllis tried to one-up each other, Daniel cradled his face in his hands. Despite the seriousness of Daniel's heart being at stake, there was still a lovely, familiar, and almost whimsical rhythm to these scenes. Family members can talk to each other like nobody else can, right? Fortunately, Daniel was rescued by a call from Tessa. As Daniel removed his sunglasses and made his way out, he jokingly informed his parents, "This has been so much fun, but I've got to go. Dad, I love you. Mom, I love you. You guys try not to kill each other, okay? Want more information? We got you." Soap Central has the best full Y&R recaps on the internet. You can even go back over 30 years and read each and every one of them. If you can't wait until the next episode, we have daily spoilers, too. And no matter what you do this weekend, don't forget to read the 2 scoops for some laughs. Hey, admit it, we're funny, in the closest thing we can get to being a watching party without actually being a show. The best part is that we want to know if you agree with us or disagree with us. As always, share your comments below. The Young and the Restless has long been lauded for its complex character studies and multi-layered storytelling that span generations and weaves together ambition, betrayal, love, and redemption. Tuesday's upcoming episode promises to heighten the tension even further, as Victor Newman, played masterfully by Eric Braeden, makes a shocking new arrangement that could reshape Genoa City's power dynamics. From cryptic messages and family confrontations to simmering rivalries, this chapter offers everything that makes the soap a cultural phenomenon. Let's dive into what's unfolding in Genoa City and what it reveals about the show's enduring themes of control, morality, and human connection. Victor Newman, The Art of the Deal. Victor Newman is no stranger to manipulation. His legacy as Genoa City's undisputed titan has been built on shrewd intellect and ruthless strategy in equal measure. Every deal he makes serves a larger purpose, a chess move calculated to protect his empire, his legacy, and, perhaps paradoxically, his family. Yet, Victor's brilliance lies in his unpredictability. Just when everyone thinks they've outsmarted him, he proves he's 10 steps ahead. Victor makes a deal that he didn't expect, which is a pivot in the story that points to something big in the episode on Tuesday. The question is, with whom? Recent episodes have hinted at his growing interest in technology and artificial intelligence, particularly in relation to Phyllis Summers and her newfound control over an AI program. This opens the door for Victor to explore modern power through digital means, a fitting evolution for a man who has dominated every other sector. Phyllis, portrayed by Michelle Stafford, is no ordinary adversary or ally. She is both a threat to Victor and a potential partner due to her intelligence, ambition, and emotional volatility. The alliance could shake the very foundations of the Newman and Abbott empires if they are actually working together. For Phyllis, aligning with Victor could offer access to vast resources and protection against her many enemies. For Victor, Phyllis's AI might serve as the ultimate surveillance tool, allowing him to monitor his rivals from within. However, Victor rarely makes alliances without having ulterior motives. If he's entering into business with Phyllis, it's safe to assume he's anticipating betrayal and already planning his counterstrike. Jack Abbott's cryptic message, a warning or a trap? Jack Abbott, played by Peter Bergman, is confronting his own mystery across town. He receives a cryptic message, and as is typical in The Young and the Restless, nothing is always as it seems. Jack's instinct is to proceed with caution. His history with deception and betrayal, especially from within his own circle, has made him a pragmatic strategist in his own right. Could this message relate to the same AI software that Phyllis controls? If so, the timing couldn't be more dangerous. Jabot Cosmetics, Jack's pride and joy, is both his professional legacy and a battleground for familial and corporate warfare. A digital threat could devastate his company overnight, eroding not just his fortune but his reputation. Alternatively, the message might concern a loved one. Emotional minefields pervade Jack's relationships with Phyllis, Diane, Kyle, and his late brother Billy. A cryptic warning about someone in danger could force Jack to make impossible choices, testing his integrity and rekindling old rivalries. Jack's genius is in his calm demeanor. He makes calculations while others act impulsively. Before confronting the source directly, he will conduct his investigation in secret, possibly consulting friends like Tracy or Ashley. But if the threat touches someone he loves, all rationality could vanish. The Abbotts, after all, are just as passionate and reactive as the Newmans, they simply mask it beneath polished charm. Adam versus Billy, a feud that defines them. Few rivalries in daytime television are as enduring or as emotionally charged as the feud between Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. Their conflict transcends business. It is deeply personal, rooted in grief, guilt, and an accident that changed their lives forever. When Adam accidentally hit and killed Billy's daughter, Delia, it ignited a vendetta that no apology or reconciliation could extinguish. Time and circumstance have brought temporary truces, but the pain lingers like a scar. Every interaction between them carries the weight of that tragedy, manifesting in subtle provocations, verbal barbs, and explosive confrontations. On Tuesday's episode, Adam reportedly pushes Billy too far, a dangerous move, given Billy's volatility. The episode promises emotional fireworks, but it also highlights a deeper truth. Both men are haunted by what they lost and by what they've become. Billy's anger is his armor, a way to avoid the vulnerability of forgiveness. Adam's arrogance, meanwhile, conceals self-loathing and a desperate need for redemption. Their feud is a tragic mirror, each sees in the other what he hates in himself. Both are caught in cycles of resentment, carry the Newman-Abbott legacy as a burden, and crave control. Whether this latest clash ends in violence, manipulation, or a rare moment of understanding remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: peace between them is fleeting, if not impossible. The Romalotti family, the heart of the drama. While corporate power plays dominate one side of Genoa City, The emotional heart of the young and the restless often resides in its families, and few embody that more vividly than the Romalottis. The recent scenes between Phyllis, Danny, and Daniel remind viewers why soap operas endure. They capture the chaos, humor, and tenderness of family in all its flawed beauty. The storyline begins with Daniel nursing a hangover and a broken heart, caught between his complicated feelings for Tessa and the meddling concern of his mother, Phyllis. Her interrogation, half maternal worry, half personal frustration, reveals how deeply she still tries to control her son's choices, even when her intentions are good. The irony, of course, is that Phyllis herself is one of the most impulsive, emotionally driven characters on the show. Watching her lecture Daniel about life choices is both heartfelt and darkly comedic. Enter Danny, Daniel's father, and the dynamic shifts instantly. Their interactions carry a nostalgic rhythm, recalling the show's earlier years when music, romance, and idealism played larger roles in the narrative. Danny's arrival isn't just about family, it's about balance. Where Phyllis embodies chaos and passion, Danny brings stability and reason, though he's hardly immune to pride or jealousy. The resulting three-way dialogue is equal parts argument and love letter. Daniel, hungover and emotionally exhausted, becomes the reluctant referee between two parents who can't stop relitigating their past. When he reminds them to try not to kill each other, it's both a joke and a plea. The dysfunction of the Romalotti family is exactly what makes them relatable. They fight, they manipulate, and they love deeply. Beneath the sarcasm and exasperation lies genuine affection. Themes of legacy and technology, the AI connection. A fascinating shift occurs in The Young and the Restless when AI technology is incorporated into the Genoa City storyline. Traditionally, the show's conflicts have revolved around human deception, secrets, affairs, and boardroom betrayals. However, the use of technology as a plot device extends those concepts into the contemporary world, where information is itself a form of power. The repercussions are vast if Victor and Phyllis are indeed working together on AI. Imagine an algorithm capable of predicting stock movements, tracking personal data, or even exposing secrets buried in encrypted servers. In the wrong hands, it could destroy reputations or companies overnight. In Victor's hands, it could become the ultimate weapon, a digital empire to complement his corporate one. This evolution also raises moral questions. Can someone like Victor, whose control issues are legendary, truly handle such power responsibly? And will Phyllis, whose curiosity often leads her into danger, realize the consequences before it's too late? Meanwhile, Jack, ever the moral counterweight to Victor, could find himself drawn into the same technological battlefield. If Jabot is targeted, the conflict could escalate from a corporate rivalry to a full-blown cyber war, one that tests loyalty, ethics, and the limits of human ambition. Emotional resonance. Why we keep watching. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is its emotional realism. Beneath the melodrama, The Young and the Restless reflects universal human experiences, ambition, loss, jealousy, and the yearning for connection. The grandiose choices made by each character are based on feelings that we all understand. Our desire for control in an uncertain world is reflected in Victor's deals. Jack's caution mirrors our fear of betrayal. Billy and Adam's feud embodies the impossibility of escaping our past. The Romalotti family scenes remind us that love often coexists with frustration and misunderstanding. Even the introduction of AI, seemingly futuristic, echoes the timeless theme of humanity's struggle with its own creations. As Phyllis wields technology for empowerment, she may also unleash consequences that no one can contain. Predictions. What comes next in Genoa City? So what might Tuesday's events set in motion? Several possibilities emerge from the narrative threads and character dynamics. Victor's deal backfires. His unexpected arrangement could spiral out of control. If Phyllis double-crosses him or if the AI becomes uncontrollable, Victor's empire could face an existential threat. The cryptic message may reveal a connection between the AI program and his own company's data systems or may reveal a betrayal within Jabot, according to Jack's investigation. Billy's breakdown. Adam pushing Billy too far might lead to a dangerous relapse into old habits, gambling, revenge, or reckless behavior that threatens his relationships and his role at Chancellor Winters. Daniel's redemption arc. His struggles with Tessa and his parents could catalyze a more mature, introspective journey. Daniel might eventually emerge as a bridge between the show's generational divides. Phyllis's moral reckoning: if she realizes the harm her AI involvement causes, she might face a defining choice: align with Victor for power or stand against him for redemption. Each thread intertwines with the others, creating a web of suspense that captures the essence of The Young and the Restless: love and ambition, truth and deception, family and power. The Young and the Restless legacy. For over 5 decades, The Young and the Restless has redefined daytime drama by blending character-driven storytelling with cultural relevance. What began as a simple saga of 2 families has evolved into a vast, intergenerational narrative exploring business, politics, romance, and now, technology. What keeps the series vibrant isn't just its twists, it's the emotional continuity. Viewers who started watching decades ago still recognize the emotional DNA of the show. Victor's unyielding dominance, Jack's moral struggles, Phyllis's fiery independence, these archetypes endure because they reflect enduring human traits. This episode, with its convergence of corporate intrigue, family drama, and technological evolution, feels like a microcosm of the show's entire legacy. It bridges the old and new, the power struggles that built Genoa City's history and the digital challenges that define its future. Conclusion: power has a price. As Victor Newman strikes his unexpected deal, the stage is set for another seismic shift in Genoa City. Whether his new arrangement strengthens or destroys him remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: power always comes at a cost. Jack's caution, Billy's rage, Phyllis's ambition, and Daniel's confusion all serve as reflections of this truth. Each character, in their own way, seeks control over business, over love, over destiny, and each must face the consequences. The Young and the Restless thrives because it understands that even in a world of wealth and glamour, human hearts remain unpredictable. No algorithm can calculate desire. No contract can guarantee loyalty. And no deal, no matter how well thought out, can shield anyone from their irrational yearning. As viewers tune in to see what happens next, one thing is undeniable: Genoa City remains as alive, dramatic, and emotionally charged as ever. Victor Newman may hold the pen, but fate, as always, writes the final clause.